किया विशाल?
Yeah, sir. Go live हो गया. Okay. Go
Okay.
ahead, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Good morning, friends. Today we have come out with one more program on the RERA. Today we will be discussing about the reconciliation forum created by different RERAs, especially MAHARERA. The whatever the circulars have been issued from 2018-19 onwards, we will deal with that. And in the modalities which MAHARERA has started the reconciliation forum, in the same way UP and of course Rajasthan, various states have started this reconciliation forum. We have with us today Advocate Rina Pujara, who will definitely deal with the various circulars issued by MAHARERA and how the reconciliation forum functions. She being a practicing advocate, she will deal with that. And as a keynote speaker, we have with us Anand Gupta ji, who is the of course the former office bearer of Builders Association of India, and now he is presently the chairman of Housing and RERA uh, uh, committee in Builders Association of India. Now, without spending much time, I request Mr. Mohinder Rijwani, who is the chairman of Builders of Association of India, that is Bombay chapter, to welcome the participants and give his welcome speech. Thank you very much. Right over to Mohinder Rijwani.
Uh, Thank you, Ramesh Prabhuji. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all for the webinar jointly organized by BI, Mahaseva, and RERA India Educational and Resource Federation. Today, our guest, Mr. Anand Gupta and Advocate Reena Pujara, are going to speak on discussions on insight on RERA Conciliation Forum. Reconciliation Forum Act as a mediator between aggrieved parties, bringing them to the negotiating table for an out-of-court settlement. Under this forum, the aggrieved parties, where home buyers, developers, real estate agents, can get their grievance solved before filing a complaint with the RERA authority. MAHARERA has set up this alternative dispute resolution mechanism and able to mediate 375 out of 528 reconciliation requests. With the reconciliation forum in place, complaint can be resolved more quickly than though the authority. It also saves on the cost and time involved in litigation. I wish you all a very informative session. Thank you.
Yeah, now I request Anand Gupta, who is the going to give us a keynote address on the MAHARERA Reconciliation Forum. He is the former office bearer of course, Builders Association of India, which has got around 200 branches set up across India. More than 20,000 builders contractors who are the direct members, more than 1 lakh associate members, and Builders Association jointly with Mahaseva and of course MAHARERA, we have been working out on resolving the stalled project. And every Saturday at 11 o'clock, we do lot of programs. For the last 3 months, we have been doing programs related to RERA stalled project. And every Saturday around 11 o'clock, you will find with the different subject. And Sunday, of course, we also come out with various other aspects related to RERA. So with this, I now welcome Anand Gupta ji to give his kind words and of course opening the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, friends. Good morning to all of you. I hope you all can hear me properly. Just can you
Yes, sir.
signal me whether you can hear me properly?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Ramesh ji, for my short and sweet introduction. And I also would like to thank my center chairman, Mr. Mohinder, who has given me this opportunity to address this August gathering. I also would like to thank Mr. Prabhu for Mahaseva, who is the joint organizer for this program. And I also would like to thank Mr. Amit Kedia, who is a RERA Federation president, for organizing this jointly this program. For the, I was told, as I could see in the audience, there are sufficient number of chartered accountant, advocates, allottees, developer, and it is very nice to address such a knowledgeable people who knows this subject, and they have been dealing on these matters on a day basis. Friends, as you know, just before I come to this actual subject, just 2 minutes. This Builders Association of India is a body of all the infrastructure contractor and real estate contractor, real estate developer in the country. And basically, we are having a more than 180 centers and having a presence in every state. And our members are directly or indirectly responsible for developing all the infrastructure of this country. That is national highway, dams, airports, seaports, all public buildings, and over and above that, our one section, which is around 30-35% people, are also in real estate, which are developing housing for all the people. Having said so, and this is a very old organization, have been established in 1941, and have dealt number of industry problems in a larger way. Particularly, we have stopped all cement manufacturers to do cartelization. We have stopped all the labor unfair practices and brought the labor reform and various other aspects, particularly PF, ESIS, and for all these things, Builders of India have been in the forefront to take active part for the construction industry. Friends, when I function in Builders of India, I always see that in this country, whenever we have even asked to do one small work like 50 lakh rupees work for any corporation or any state government or the central government, they ask our credential, whether you have done 2 works earlier, at least 25 lakh rupees work, have you got 2 engineers, have you got some bank facility. But when the question comes for the real estate, such a question in last till RERA came, it was never ever asked to anybody in this country. And this has resulted into most unprofessional people, most unorganized people who have never dealt with any construction, who have never done any, understood any law, they have never understood any architecture. They have become the part and parcel of that so-called unorganized real estate industry. And that has brought a lot of bad name to the real estate industry. And that has also brought a lot of misgiving about all the real estate developer in this country. I'm happy that finally, 3 years back, that is 1st May 2017, this RERA Act came in the force, and now things have definitely have been brought to some check and balance on developer as well as customer and all the authorities. And the things are definitely moving much better than earlier one. Now, having said so, in spite of all those things, then today morning I was checking up, I saw that up till now in RERA, around 53,000 projects have been registered, and out of throughout the country. This is all 30 RERA authorities which are existing in the country at 53,000, and out of that, around 24,000 projects are registered in Maharashtra alone. In Maharashtra alone, I don't know the number in other states, but Maharashtra alone, up till now, more than 10,000 complaints have come from various people to against developer and the other authorities. Now you can understand this 10,000 is a very big number and may take a lot of time to resolve these issues. And what actually has been observed is, even when it has been resolved, RERA court has given certain decision. Again, the matter goes to the tribunal, then again it goes to the High Court, again it goes to the Supreme Court. And it has been observed that actual relief to that person or to that developer or even to that consumer, it is not actually coming in a very good percentage the way it has been desired by the RERA Act. And naturally, then in the year 2019, when all the associations pointed out these things, RERA authorities have brought this act in they started looking at this 32G, which is already part of the act, which was already there, but nobody was functioning on that and nobody was taking the use of it. And the Maharashtra was the first state who took the help of the 32G and invited people, the developers body as well as the consumer body, and formed the reconciliation forum. Today it is around 15 forum of having a panel of consumer organization as well as developer organization are existing, and they are functioning in Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur. And I was told that they are also having a to open up in other cities of Maharashtra. I hope once it comes in the force, this will definitely help people to get quick resolution. Now, looking at the Maharashtra success, even the UP and Karnataka also have opened this forum. First, but still other states are yet to make use of this reconciliation forum, you making a use of 32G. Friends, subsequent to opening of this RERA coming to picture, see suddenly the real estate industry, which was already running in an unprofessional way, have come in a too many regulation at a time. First, the industry which was a place for parking all cash money, unaccounted money, demonetization came. So that has brought a great setback. Maybe I may be talking little unprofessional thing, but then this is the truth of belongs to which this industry. Number two, suddenly then the GST came. Then that also has jeopardized the interest of industry. Number three, then the IBC code came. The people started going to install the IBC and NCLT and making a problem for the industry. And then so many other tax laws also became a problem. So what I feel, and now what I observe, Maharashtra alone, because of this, more than 5,000 projects are standstill and not going ahead. I request to all the concerned that first of all, I would like to request my own colleagues, developer, that since because of this new rule of demonetization, GST, IBC code, new income tax rules which are preventing customer to play freely, if at all you cannot go ahead, if you at all you are unable to take the help of your own finances, and if at all the market forces are not allowing you to go ahead with your work, don't make a issue out of it. Now you have to, by your own, you have to form a association of allottees, either hand over the work to them or hand over your own project to somebody who is capable of getting it executed. Make a joint venture by making a use of this section of 32G. I am sure if it is utilized properly, RERA authority in collaboration with RERA authority, these three people can make wonder. And all the projects which are right now stopped last 3-4 years, I was told that the project stopped in 5,000 are in Maharashtra alone, another 5,000 are stopped in other part of the country. So it's a very big number. By making a use of this Reconciliation Act and using this provision to before the person actually goes to the RERA court, he can be sit with these people, the consumer forum as well as the their industry representative, and can make a sincere attempt to sort out. Today morning when I was talking to a very senior officer of Mahara, he pointed out that up till now in this process 1,000 cases have come, which have come for to make use of the 32G and made application for reconciliation, and so to make a sort out the case out of before going to the court. and he has informed me around 725 cases have been resolved in a very short time. This is a very big achievement. If probably everybody makes a use of it, probably this can transform the real estate industry. I also would like to request all the allottees that, see, if once they observe that particular developer is unable to deliver their material, they have to come together and make use of particular section 6, 7, 8 of RERA and first make an attempt to reconcile, make a reconciliation using 32G, or in case it is not done, the further action. Then only that house can get completed, and then only it can be delivered. Otherwise, I also would like to make request developer that if they are unable to complete it, they have to accept the fact that tomorrow is not going to be. Industry up till now has been working on a speculation principle. The rate will go up. They were promising higher interest rate. Which is not happening last 3-4 years particularly from the day RERA has come, and it is not likely to happen in another 3-4 years. So instead of facing a further problem, it is better that they realize the situation, they make a reconciliation act useful to them, and either hand over the work to somebody else voluntarily, they make a joint venture, or they form a association of allottees and hand over the work to them. And even I would like to request even the bankers, even RBI, even see the project which are having, even they also become a party to this. They do not just start operating sitting at their own branches. Let them also be a real businessman and be a part of this reconciliation forum. They will find that whatever their money got stuck up, by in case they really become part, they start controlling that account in their own way. They will be able to finance that project easily, and all the problem of this stop project can get sorted out. They can get their money also back, and even the economy can also get better. So today I would like to request all the allottees, all my colleague developer, and even all the regulators, particularly these 30 regulators, that they should open this forum in each state and make full use of this the Act 32G, and make sure that industry which is in a doldrum, which is in a little bad condition, brought back to the thing the way it was existing before 2017 or 2016. Friends, with this short note, I would like to end up my say, and further, if there is any question answer from me or any queries there, I'll be too happy to answer it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Anand Gupta ji. You have dealt with the subject very nicely, and you have put the background for the next speaker to speak. Before I call our speaker, I think we have with us Rajesh Methani. He is the representative board member of UP Housing Board. Rajesh ji, are you there? Rajesh Mithani sir. Yeah, राजेश जी, आई वेलकम यू एंड आप हमारे साथ रहिए. और टू स्टार्ट विद, यूपी में किस तरह से रिकंसिलिएशन फोरम हो रहा है, कैन यू गिव सम बैकग्राउंड, क्योंकि आप रेरा का एक्सपर्ट है, आरटीआई का एक प्रवक्ता है. सो राजेश जी, वेलकम टू यू, प्लीज.
In the meantime, can I have one query, sir, to Gupta ji?
Yeah, you can put in the chat box. जितने भी queries है आप chat box में डालिए, please, if you don't mind. We will take up each one of your query. Yeah,
it is done, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Rajesh, are you there? Okay. I think let us move to our speaker of the day. And Anil Kalgi, what is your question? You can raise the question. Let me, before I invite Reena Pujara.
I put it on the chat box already.
Okay. Okay, fine.
The question is if the allottees to represent the case for handover, if there is a delay is occurring, already most of the people have paid the money.
Correct.
And the guarantee of paying is not there. In such a case, is it not like Abail Mujamar?
Hello.
If the allotee takes so. Yeah, Rajesh ji, good morning. I
Good
welcome
morning.
you. Yeah, I
Thank you.
welcome you. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
आप हमें ये बताइए यूपी में आपका इंट्रोडक्शन तो मैंने दे दिया. यू आर अ पार्ट
जी.
ऑफ द मैनेजमेंट रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ द यूपी हाउसिंग बोर्ड and
Yes.
you are an RTI specialist and RERA specialized person
Yes.
giving lectures across UP. Sir, we would like to know how the UP is doing the reconciliation forum.
यूपी में रिकंसिलिएशन फोरम बहुत अच्छे ढंग से काम कर रहा है पिछले 1 साल से और काफी केसेस और बहुत अच्छे रिजल्ट आ रहे हैं उससे.
Okay, excellent.
बहुत अच्छे रिजल्ट आ रहे हैं.
तो आपको हम सवाल करते रहेंगे. अभी आप हमारे साथ बने रहिए. एक 15-20 मिनट में हमारा
जी.
स्पीकर जो है रीना पुजारा. So she will deal with the today's topic with the PowerPoint presentation. उसके बाद आगे बढ़ते हैं. Rina madam is an advocate, practicing advocate, and she is also expert in the real estate. She does drafting, representation before the court, and even before the arbitrator, she does lot of representation. So Rina, I welcome you, and of course she has delivered lot of talks and RERA lectures across Maharashtra with as a Maharera faculty, Mahaseva faculty. So with this, Rina Pujara, I welcome you and you may start the session. Thank you. Rina, can you unmute yourself and start the session? Vishal?
Reena madam.
Hello,
हाँ
Yeah,
madam.
please go ahead. We can hear you.
I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you are
Good
audible.
morning, all. I first of all thank Prabhu sir for inviting me to this platform and enlightening the allottees to invoke section 32G of the Maharera.
आपने
Yes, sir.
वीडियो नहीं डाला है. वीडियो डाल सकता है?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because you have kept the video off.
Yes, sorry. The video is on. So can you see me now?
मैडम आपका चेहरा नहीं दिख रहा है. आप आपके हाँ ऑडियो के म्यूट ऑन का बटन है, म्यूट अनम्यूट का, उसके बाजू में ही स्टार्ट माय वीडियो का ऑप्शन है. आप स्टार्ट करेंगे
Yes.
तो हाँ.
So can you see, sir?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so sorry. Thank you very much for inviting me to this platform, Prabhu sir, and good morning to all. And thanks to the team of Mahaseva as well. So this is the need of the hour to invoke section 32G of the Maharera Act, wherein an allottee who is aggrieved by the promoter can invoke this alternate section, wherein by filing a complaint, but can also use this mechanism for resolving and solving the dispute under section 32G. I would first like to take you all to section, what does the section 32G says? Section 32G deals with the functions of Maharera. So G says measures to facilitate amicable conciliation of dispute between the promoters and allottees through dispute settlement forum set up by the consumer or promoters association. Now, so the first ingredient to this section is that this section is meant only for allottees and promoters, and no other outsiders is invited in this section. So when an allottee is aggrieved by the promoter and wants to invoke section 32G, procedure is that the promoter has to file an application before the RERA. When you visit the website of Maharera, there is called conciliation forum. an application by allottee has to be filed. And once the application is filed by the allottee has to make the payment, log in the credentials, and after giving the intimation to the promoter and giving a payment, the allottee is allowed to invoke the forum. Once the amount is paid, the allottee will get the intimation, and the promoter will also get the intimation of the procedure which has to be followed by the Maharera. And once the bench is allotted, both the parties come before the conciliator and try to amicably settle the dispute between each other. Now, what is the role of the conciliator? The role of the conciliator is that they have to try to be just and fair with both the parties. They have to hear out the parties. After hearing out the parties, if they feel they propose settlement, then that settlement is not in writing, but it is a general proposal which, if the parties are agreeing to amicably settle the matter. And once the matter is settled, then there is a settlement deed which is drawn by the conciliator, and both the parties sign to the conciliation deed, and the conciliator also has an authentication on that. Once the parties settle the matter, the order of settlement is uploaded on the Maharera site. And there are procedures where in the event the promoters fail to deliver as per the conciliation settlement deed, then the allottee has an option of going before the conciliator or go directly go before the conciliator or file a complaint before ERA to the same subject matter. Now, there is a circular and notification dated 23rd October 2019, wherein the Maharera suo motu can call upon the parties to the settlement deed which has not been followed up or which has not been satisfied, which is agreed between both the parties. So this is the procedure of conciliation in Maharera. And anybody who wants to ask me anything can ask me, because this is briefly which is performed. The conciliators forum is by the
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Vishal, can you put the PPT and let
Yeah,
her
sure, sir.
go through the PPT also once again for the
One
better
second.
clarity,
ठीक
and
है.
then we will keep the session open for question answer. Madam, you can go through the PPT and start deliberating, so that will give
Yes, sir.
more clarity to the people. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You may deliberate from the beginning of the presentation. Okay. Yeah.
So this is section 32G. So section 32 speaks about the functions and authority for promotion of real estate sector. Here the authority facilitates between the promoter and the allottee, and the functions are for promotion of transparent, efficient and competitive area in the real estate sector. Also, the authority makes recommendation to the appropriate government as and when required. We'll go to section G. Vishal, please can you put G? Yes. So G says measures to facilitate amicable settlement, amicable conciliation of dispute between the promoters and allottee. The dispute settlement forum set up by the consumer or promoters association. So here is a condition that only promoters and allottees can come before this forum and no other people. And the settlement forum is set up by consumers or promoters association. I have a chart which we will go through later in the end of the session, where who are the promoters and what are the panels of the forum. Now we go to the objectives of the Maharera Conciliation Dispute Forum. The next slide. In the objectives, we can see that under the mechanism, if the allottees and the promoters fail to come to a census, then the conciliation forum takes up the matter or it is taken up by the allottee. So there is a panel which is constituted by the Maharera, which is of eminent conciliator and stakeholder group. These conciliators are aware of the civil and the common law. So that is the qualifications what they have. Again, promote an amicable settlement. Various
Reena madam, go ahead. Hello, Reena madam.
hello. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, madam.
Hello. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So it also, yes. So it also states that there is a moderate cost. In Maharera, it is a cost of 1,000 rupees which the allottee has to pay at the time of filing the application. When you go on the website, we can see that there is a conciliation forum, and you have to click and follow the procedure which is there. We go to the next slide. So the procedure which I had said, procedure of conciliation. So as I had said earlier, dispute is between the promoters and allottees. So only those, please next slide. I'm on the next slide. Yeah. So the procedure talks about the dispute is only before the promoters and allottees, which has to be taken before the conciliator. So there is an online application and the closure shall be as the prescribed. The procedure is prescribed, it is online. The allottee needs to register on the conciliation forum application portal by entering his login credential. And after successful login credential, he or she needs to complete the conciliation request form arising from his or her request. So once you file an application, you have to log in. Once the login is done, then you have to fill in the form. Once the form is filled in, then after confirmation of the receipt of the payment, against will be available against the conciliation request for the allottee. After successful payment, a conciliation bench will be allocated based upon the availability. Same will be initiated to both the parties via SMS and email. In case of successful conciliation, after conciliation hearing, the parties will be required to sign a conciliation agreement, which will be uploaded for closing the request. So this is the procedure which has to be followed and filed by the allottee, because it is the allottee who is always agreed by the thing. Now, what is the role of the conciliator? On the next slide. The role of the conciliator is to guide the allottee and the promoter. For among the other things, it has to have the rights and obligation parties, the usage of the trade concern, and circumstances which are around the dispute, including any previous business practice between the parties. The conciliator may conduct the conciliation proceeding in such a manner as the consider appropriate by taking into account the circumstances of the case may be. The wishes of the parties may express include any request by the party, conciliation here and statement, and need for a speedy settlement. So the parties also is to be considered. What are they saying? Why are they saying? What is the dispute? What is the whole thing about? Why are they not amicably settling the matter? The conciliator may at any stage of the conciliation proceeding make proposal for settlement of dispute. Such proposal need not be in writing and need not be accompanied by a statement of reason thereof. So this is the role of conciliation, where it will assist both the promoter and the allottee to come to a settlement of the dispute which is before the Maharera. So, right. Settlement of dispute. The next slide, please. Hello.
Settlement
Hello.
of dispute. हाँ बोलिए ना.
Yeah. Next fourth. If the parties reach agreement on a settlement of the dispute, they may draw up a sign and settlement deed. When the parties sign the settlement agreement, it shall be final and binding upon the parties and person signing under them respectively. The conciliators shall authentically the settlement agreement and furnish a copy thereof to each of the parties. So this is how the settlement takes place. Non-compliance. This is very common because it is not necessary once the settlement takes place, everything is over. So non-compliance by the promoter. What happens in case of non-compliance? The parties concerned shall comply with the terms of settlement. Non-compliance of the term by either of the party shall give the other party right to approach the Maharera. In case of further complaint to Maharera by the parties in the same subject, the Maharera authority shall take cognizance of any such agreed terms of the conciliation. So after completing the whole conciliation, and if there is no compliance, the parties can again go back to Maharera. Now resort to arbitral or judicial proceedings. The parties shall not initiate during the conciliation proceeding any arbitral or judicial proceedings in respect of a dispute that is the subject matter or the conciliation proceeding, except that a party may initiate arbitral or judicial proceedings. In his opinion, such proceedings are necessary for preserving his rights. So, during the pendency of conciliation, this section suggests that you cannot restore to arbitral or any other judicial proceeding pending between the promoters and the allottee, unless it is required, the need of the hour. So we go to the next slide. This slide tells us about the Maharera Conciliation and Dispute Resolution Forum. So this is the core committee which is in the Maharera. You can see the chairperson, the Consumer Association, the Maharera, and the Promoters Association, because each of them will be represented by one of the, like the allottee will be assisted by the Consumers Association, and promoters will be by the Promoters Association. So this is the chart of the forum which is there. We come to the statistics of the conciliation. So conciliation received with consent for both the parties is 658, and conciliation in process in Maharashtra is 104. Conciliation completed is 554. This is the chart for the statistics. There is also a notification of 23rd October 2019, wherein Maharera can suo moto also take the process on its own if either of the parties fail to comply with the consent terms or consent deed of the settlement between the conciliator. Yes, sir, I have.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you. Prabhu sir?
Okay. Yeah. Now let us keep the discussion open. Rajesh. Yeah. Please go ahead. Manohar Iyer.
Manohar Iyer. Yeah.
विशाल सबको म्यूट करो ना. Manohar Iyer, please go ahead.
रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट, आप अपना वॉल्यूम म्यूट पे रखो. 1 by 1 आपका इंट्रोडक्शन दे दीजिए और आप क्वेश्चन कीजिए प्लीज. थैंक यू.
या मनोहर आयर, अनम्यूट करके बात करिए.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning to all. And it seems this case is exactly pertaining to my case, and I keep wondering whether Maharera is really an authority or it's just a toothless tiger, because I have my own reasons for that. 2019, we got a decree from Mr. Dilip Chatterjee, Maharera chief, and he was the builder. I have booked our flat in 2010 with Vasant Lawns, Sheth Builders in Thane, and we are about 55 people struggling for the last 10 years, and the issue has not taken off at all. And in front of Mr. Dilip Chatterjee, we got a agreement made, and the builder has not complied with anything. I think he is taking it for granted. So if we have to go back to Maharera, already I personally have spent more than ₹1 lakh towards the expenses. I am a retired person. I was waiting for my dream flat. The dream has
Sir,
been...
Manohar Nair, I agree with your all grievances. Can you just put your questions? That will be nice. I also understand Maharera is, a new baby which has been created about 3 years back. There are so many technical issues and legal issues which are faced by Maharera. And let us understand the 60 to 70 years, there was no regulator. All of a sudden, the regulator has come in, and we are expecting the regulator to do everything overnight, which may not be possible because there are certain hands tight. Because the law is also evolving. You also need to understand. Even after the Consumer Protection Act, so many years are over, 1986 to till today, still the new Consumer Act was supposed to be, evolved. So therefore, we are evolving it. If you have a specific question, we are ready to answer and guide you. That is our job, and not here to criticize any of the regulatory authority, please.
Okay, I got it. Now, my specific question is, the builder has not complied with the agreement made in front of the RERA chief. So what
Absolutely
we should,
correct. Absolutely. Very good question. Very good question. Sir, there is something called, implementing the order. So there is section 40 of Maharera, RERA, section 40 of the RERA, which is giving the power called execution of the orders. So if at all an order of regulatory authority is not abided by, you have to file an application before the same authority saying that the order has not been implemented. That is called non-execution. Now, how you do this non-execution? This non-execution, you can go to your own complaint box. There it is saying filing a non-execution complaint. So you say non-execution complaint, click the button. You don't have to do anything else. Just click the button of non-execution on your login and password in your complaint. Then a mail will go to the Maharera saying that his order of so-and-so complaint has not been complied by the builder. Then a fresh hearing with Gautam Chatterjee, not Deepak Chatterjee, Gautam Chatterjee will happen. And then he will call both of you, and then why things are not happening. In case there is certain, non-obligation or rather obligation which has not been done, orders have not been complied with, then the entire registration may be cancelled by Maharera. There is a section 7 which gives the power to RERA to cancel the registration and hand over the project to the allottees. So many things can happen. So you need to, because you being one of the retired person and not having full knowledge of the law, you may be, having certain grievances. I understand, because the law is yet to evolve. So please go with the non-execution complaint. Your matter will be heard. Similarly, in the case of the reconciliation forum also, even after the conciliation is done, the what happens is the other side never comply with the order. In that case, what we need to do? In that case, we have to go and file a non-execution complaint with the RERA, and the RERA will take it as if it is their own order, and then the penalty or the execution can happen. And let me tell you, the penalty for not executing the order is ranging up to 5% of the cost of the project. So there is a penalty levying, and Maharera has levied a penalty of 1,000 rupees per 1 lakh rupees per day. So to few developers, and some of the developers registration has been cancelled because they have not executed the order. So no doubt Maharera is taking their own time to decide, because they are also learning in the process. Okay, so don't worry. If you have any other queries, you can definitely come back to us. you
Yeah.
can, communicate to me in personal WhatsApp message. My number you can note down. It is
Yeah, please.
98
Yeah. Yeah.
20
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
68.
6
Okay.
8. Thank you, sir. This is Mr. Prabhu, right?
That's correct. I am Ramesh Prabhu. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Very happy with your reply. Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Prabhu
Now
sir,
we have another
Prabhu
question.
sir.
Yeah. Please go ahead. Who
Prabhu
is this?
sir,
Huh.
this is Kiran Nagapurkar. I am just continuing with the question what Mr. Iyer has raised.
Yeah.
Can we reapproach Maharera without our advocate in middle? Can we directly do it? Do we need an advocate every time?
No, absolutely not required. See, whether it is a reconciliation forum or whether it is a Maharera adjudicating officer or real estate regulatory authority, there is no need of appointing an advocate anytime. What is more important is you should be knowing about the provisions of the law. Just to give you an insight, we have so many builders also logged in this seminar, but let me honestly put it, the builders appoint a very good law firm, and they come out with a lot of legal excuses, and you being the consumer, naturally you will not be having all the exposure related to the various legal provisions, and then the regulatory authority, whoever is the sitting presiding officer, cannot guide you that you say this, you do that. Okay, you have to defend your own case, and therefore lot of the allottees have started losing the matters in the regulatory authority or adjudicating officer when they have gone personally. Why they have failed? Because the other side, being appointing a legal firm, they understand, they have the Evidence Act, they have various civil procedure code, they know the various exposure to the legal jargon, and they try to confuse the judge. And when they try to confuse the judge also gets puzzled, and the point which they have raised may be a valid point, and the other side where you need to counter it properly with your own supporting, you are not exposed to that. And that is how the lot of cases which I have analyzed, where the people have gone personally, have miserably failed. But I am not advocating here that you need to appoint an advocate, but it is better that whenever you are going in person, do a proper study, meet one or two consultant, understand the matter. Maybe this type of seminar you can raise the questions, understand the challenges involved, and then proceed. And whenever they give a reply in writing, study it properly, get it vetted by the advocate, get it vetted by the legal people, and then you reply. So in that case, you will be able to win. Otherwise, you may say that my facts are right. Your facts may be right. There are advocates who want to confuse, and instead of convincing, they confuse the judge, and then the matter gets dismissed. So that should not happen, Kiran. I think you have got my point. Okay. So
practically, Kiran, Mr. Kiran.
No, they confuse their client also.
That's correct. So the can appear yourself, absolutely no problem. But meantime, you can consult one or two people. There are Mumbai Grak Panchayat, there are Consumer Guidance Society, then Mahaseva, Maharashtra Society Welfare Association. There are various NGOs who are ready to help you. You can take the help of any NGOs. Yes, Mr. Anand Gupta wants to say something.
No, Mr. Kiran,
Yes,
theoretically, you can appear in any Indian court, including Supreme Court, High Court, City Civil Court. Personally, presence was never stopped by Indian judiciary. It is a question of if you can plead your case, nobody is stopping you. And that principle more applies in the RERA court.
Okay, fine. So we can directly approach.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a question. I had submitted a reconciliation request. It is for Reena Pujara. Reena, it is a question to you. I submitted a reconciliation request and necessary fees. That is 1,000 rupees. The conciliation is still pending after 1 year and no response given. On Maharera side and showing conciliation pending, what action can be taken? The first question to Rujula Joshi. Whether you had received any notice for the reconciliation hearing? Any hearing took place? Rujula, whether any hearing took place?
No, sir, there was no hearing. There is no response from Maharera or the builder.
Okay. Well, just to tell you, you can put off. Okay. Just to guide the people here, in the reconciliation forum, first thing is you have to make a complaint. Then you have to pay 1000 rupees fees. After paying 1000 fees, the matter goes to the other side. Once the matter goes to the other side, that means the builder has to give the consent within 30 days. If he does not give the consent within 30 days, that means your reconciliation form has not started. If you have not received any response from the Maharera, that means the other side has not accepted your request to go for the reconciliation forum. If both the people, that is the complainant as well as the respondent, agree that they want to resolve the matter through the reconciliation forum, then only it happens. So the consent of the other side is a must. In your case, consent from the other side must have come, and therefore what you need to do is, now you have to file a formal complaint before the regulatory authority, and thereafter that regulatory authority will be able to issue the notice to both the side, and then the formal complaint hearing will start. So your reconciliation has failed. That is what I can understand, Rujula Joshi. Okay. Any question? Rujula?
Yeah, thank you, sir. We formally lodged a complaint and we got a favorable order also. And now it is pending for execution.
Thank you, sir. So that means I have answered you properly.
Yes, sir. Always.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else who has some questions?
Excuse me, I am Jayachandran.
Prabhu, my name is Divakar.
Divakar, please tell me.
Yeah, now I just want to know, I have two questions. One is regarding whether the tenants or present occupiers, do they come into the ambit, under the ambit of RERA, as far as the protection is concerned?
Yeah, Divakar ji, let me tell you, RERA is the dispute redressal between the developer, that is a promoter, and the new flat purchaser. So, or the real estate agent. These are the three people who are involved. So what happens is, when we talk about the existing tenant or existing flat owner, they are already entered into a development agreement or a consent even before the building is constructed or the permission is obtained. So therefore, this is more of a existing tenant relationship, who is either tenant or the flat buyer or the flat owner with the builder. So it is more of a commercial transaction which has been negotiated and dealt, or maybe under the development control regulations. So therefore, they are not coming under RERA. So you don't get any protection as on today under RERA. However, you can go under the Consumer Protection Act, because under the Consumer Protection Act, you are considered as a consumer, though there is a commercial transaction. Under the Consumer Protection Act, there are certain judgments where the existing flat owners or the tenants are considered as a consumer, and the best way is to go to the consumer forum. Yeah.
Okay, one more question, sir. The second question is, you need how much of FSI? Hello.
Fungible FSI is 35% of the existing built-up area. Fungible FSI is 35% of the existing built-up area, out of which some area goes in the meter room or maybe some other areas, and at the end, mostly, around 20-25% you get as fungible FSI. Even existing tenants are entitled to get. Only thing, the developers may sometime ask for the construction cost, because fungible FSI may be coming free of cost as a additional construction facility. However, to construct it, it requires construction cost. So therefore, some of the landowners ask for, or the builders ask for, the construction cost. Otherwise, it is 25% you can demand extra over the existing area. We have another question from Satish. But builder who is supposed to register the agreement in March till now has not shared the agreement. What is to be done? Yes, sir. The normal course is the builder is supposed to give the agreement and register the agreement once he receives more than 10% of the amount. And once he shares the agreement, thereafter you can go through the agreement and you approve it, and then you get it registered. In case if he has not done it, it is really bad. You can file a complaint in the reconciliation forum and wait for his response there. So that is a body of the three people. That is a builder, association's representative, then your Mumbai Grak Panchayat representative and MHRERA's people. So three people will be able to hear your complaint and call the builder and get it resolved. The other option is you can file a simple complaint by filing 5,000 to MHRERA, and MHRERA will call him and understand, discuss, and then pass the necessary order to share the agreement and then register it. You can go on giving the reminder. The best way is always go on sending the reminder by email, reminder 1, reminder 2, reminder 3, reminder 4. And then after 4 or 5 reminders, you can say once in 8 days, you can give the reminder. And thereafter you can say that if you don't do it, I have no other option but to go to the regulatory authority at your cost, risk and consequences. So this can be done by everybody. There is another question. Is the question to Reena Madam, builder and allotee have been agreed in the deed of a settlement? Reena Madam, question to you. Satish, are you there? Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, we have approached the RERA court, and the RERA court has allowed us to enter into a deed of settlement between the builder and the allotee. So as per that deed of settlement, we were supposed to get the
Hello.
Okay. According to him, they were supposed to get the draft agreement. So far, they have not received. What is to be done?
They have to go before the conciliator again, giving notice to the other side that this whatever has the draft agreement was supposed to be done, but it is not yet complied, and fix up a date, and then start the proceeding before the conciliator.
Absolutely correct. You have to file a non-execution application before the regulatory authority who has passed the order or where the consent terms have been agreed upon. So before the same authority, you need to file a non-execution complaint, which is available on your login and password. You are making a complaint. In that itself, there is a login and password. Once you enter into, then it asks complaint under non-execution. So just press that button. So click that button. Naturally, the email goes to the regulatory authority saying that the consent terms are not implemented. In that case, they will call for the hearing and the hearing will take place. So I think, Satish, we have answered your question. So anybody else? Now, before we take to the new question, there is a question from CA Swati. Before I take that question, I want Rajesh Mathani. He is there, Rajesh? Rajesh Mathani,
can you hear me?
Yeah.
जी
Now क्या हो रहा है हमारा
यूपी के बारे में
हाँ यूपी के बारे में
यूपी के
पूछना
बारे में
चाहूंगा।
कुछ बताना चाहता हूँ।
हाँ बताइए
देखिए
प्लीज।
ये हम कंसिलिएशन को प्रमोट करने के लिए हम एक काम ये कर रहे हैं कि जैसे ही कोई कंप्लेंट दर्ज कराना चाहता है हमारी साइट पे, तो हम पहले ऑफर करते हैं कि क्या आप कंसिलिएशन में जाना चाहते हैं, कंप्लेंट से पहले ही ऑफर। तो बहुत बार ये है कि लोग कंप्लेंट के बदले कंसिलिएशन में चले जाते हैं। और दूसरी बात ये कि प्रमोटर्स की ग्रेडिंग हो रही है, प्रमोटर्स की और प्रोजेक्ट्स की ग्रेडिंग हो रही है। मेरी आवाज आ रही है? आवाज आ रही है?
आ रही
बिल्कुल आ रही है,
go ahead,
बिल्कुल आ रही है। गो अहेड सर।
प्रमोटर्स की और प्रोजेक्ट्स की ग्रेडिंग हो रही है, उसमें इस बात के भी मार्क्स हैं कि उसके केसेस कितने होते हैं, कितने आउट ऑफ कोर्ट सेटलमेंट होते हैं, तो इसकी वजह से भी प्रमोटर्स जो है वो कंसिलिएशन में जाना चाहते हैं। एक काम और हो रहा है, यूपी ने शुरू किया है। अच्छा, इसके पहले ये बता दें कि सबसे पहले ये कंसिलिएशन वाला काम तो महारेरा ने शुरू किया था, और महारेरा ने हमको भी गाइड किया। महारेरा ने शायद शुरू किया था फरवरी या मार्च 18 में, और उसके बाद हमारे यूपी से एक टीम गई थी महारेरा, और वहां जाकर के महारेरा गई थी कैसे वहां पे काम हो रहा है, और फिर दिसंबर 18 में यूपी में भी शुरू हो गया। और एक नया काम अभी यूपी में शुरू हुआ है। जैसे अभी एक साहब कंप्लेंट कर रहे थे कि रेरा के ऑर्डर का कंप्लायंस नहीं हो रहा है, और प्रभु साहब ने उनको बताया भी कि आपको एप्लीकेशन फॉर ऑर्डर एग्जीक्यूशन लगाना पड़ेगा ऑनलाइन। यही चीज यहाँ भी हो रहा है, लेकिन ये कोविड की सिचुएशन को देखते हुए यूपी में रेरा संवाद एक शुरू किया गया है। रेरा संवाद एक नया इनिशिएटिव शुरू किया गया है। उसमें जो लोग इसमें हिस्सा लेना चाहते हैं वो हमारी यूपी रेरा की वेबसाइट पर रजिस्ट्रेशन करा सकते हैं, और उसके बाद टाइम टू टाइम हमारे ऑनरेबल चेयरमैन, ऑनरेबल मेंबर्स और यूपी रेरा के सीनियर ऑफिसर करते हैं, और वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के थ्रू अगर कोई किसी की प्रॉब्लम है, किसी की कोई दिक्कत है, कोई कम्युनिकेशन गैप है, तो हमारे ऑनरेबल चेयरमैन और मेंबर्स खुद उसका जवाब देते हैं। और ये रेरा संवाद लगातार चल रहा है, मई से शुरू हुआ है, और इसमें रजिस्ट्रेशन होता रहता है। टाइम टू टाइम जो है 2 घंटे के लिए हमारा प्रोग्राम होता है, और ये चल रहा है। कंसिलिएशन के लिए हमारे 2 सीनियर सिविल सर्वेंट्स जो रिटायर्ड हैं, 2 सीनियर आईएएस ऑफिसर, एक लखनऊ में बैठ रहे हैं और एक ग्रेटर नोएडा में बैठ रहे हैं। तो ये दोनों काम बहुत अच्छे ढंग से यूपी रेरा में चल रहे हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच। प्रभु साहब,
बहुत बढ़िया आपने गाइड किया है। तो ये रेरा संवाद एक बहुत बढ़िया इनिशिएटिव है, और ग्रेडिंग ऑफ द बिल्डर्स वो भी एक नया इनिशिएटिव है, जिससे कि बिल्डर को भी पता चलेगा कि मेरा कितना क्या क्या पैरामीटर में मैं सेटिस्फैक्ट्री दे रहा हूँ, नहीं दे रहा हूँ। तो ये भी एक ट्रांसपेरेंट सिस्टम है। अभी सवाल आया सीए स्वाति का। I have a query. If the same CA can sign income tax audit and form number 3, yes, income tax audit and form number 3 दोनों एक ही CA कर सकता है, मगर form number 3 और form number 5 of RERA cannot be done by the same CA. उधर husband wife भी नहीं कर पाएंगे. If the husband wife both one wants to do form number 3, one wants to form number 5, again you are becoming a relative. It is better you give form number 5, that is a annual audit report, to somebody else. हालांकि आप एज ए what you call as a tax auditor you can do form number 3, there is no problem. दूसरा सवाल आया है, is there any RERA notification if the builder is forcing customer to register the agreement in the lockdown peak area, Mumbai, otherwise threatening to cancel the booked flat in Mumbai area, and customers are staying out of Mumbai and cannot come to register the place? What action can be taken? Yes, स्वाति मैडम, ऐसा बहुत सारा बिल्डर अभी भी कर रहे हैं कि कोविड का पीरियड में भी बोल रहे हैं कि रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफिस चालू है, आप आइए रजिस्ट्रेशन करिए, अदरवाइज आपका बुकिंग अमाउंट है हम वो कैंसिल करेंगे। और दूसरा मैंने ये भी देखा है, बिल्डर लोग आर्म ट्विस्टिंग कर रहे हैं, जिन्होंने 20 लाख 30 लाख रुपए दिया है 2 करोड़ में और एग्रीमेंट रजिस्टर्ड नहीं हुआ है, वो बोलते हैं यदि एग्रीमेंट रजिस्टर करना है तो आप 3 महीने के बाद आए हैं, आपका एग्रीमेंट मार्च में रजिस्टर होना था, आप अभी जून में आए हैं, 3 महीने का आप इंटरेस्ट दे दो 2 करोड़ के ऊपर, क्योंकि आपने एग्रीमेंट किया होता तो हमें लोन मिलता था, अभी लोन भी मिला नहीं है, पेमेंट नहीं मिला, आप 1.25% के हिसाब से हमारा इंटरेस्ट हो जाता है 8-9 लाख रुपया, आप वो दीजिए, जब तक कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं देंगे हम एग्रीमेंट नहीं करेंगे, नहीं है तो आपका जो पेमेंट दिया है जो 9% 10% शुरुआत का वो हम फॉरफिट करते हैं। ऐसा आर्म ट्विस्टिंग बहुत सारा बिल्डर कर रहे हैं। तो आनंद गुप्ता जी को मैं पूछना चाहूंगा, आनंद गुप्ता जी यू आर देयर, कहाँ तक ये सही है? गुप्ता सर, आप तो बिल्डर्स एसोसिएशन रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं कि ऐसे आर्म ट्विस्टिंग कर रहे हैं।
पहली बात मेरा ऐसा कहना है कि ए पर्सन और बी पर्सन, any unfair practices which is not laid down under the act cannot be accepted or supported. So I don't think this is a right action by this gentleman, whosoever is that builder, and he should book it. I mean, if the person has not paid, then the law of the land will prevail. It is not. I don't think he has got a right to cancel or take away his money.
Yeah, absolutely right. You are right. It is not proper because COVID is not given to the builder. 6 महीने का जो राहत मिला है वो बिल्डर के लिए नहीं है, वो कंज्यूमर के लिए भी मिला है. जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी बोला है कि जो भी चीज है आप लॉ ऑफ लिमिटेशन वगैरह लागू नहीं होगा कोविड का पीरियड में, आप ऐसे आर्म ट्विस्टिंग करना ये सरासर गलत है. जब सबको पता है कि कोविड का पीरियड में ट्रेन बंद है, फ्लाइट बंद है और बस सुविधा भी उतना नहीं है, और मोर देन दैट कोई भी आदमी अपना जिंदगी का रिस्क निकाल के बाहर गांव से आके एग्रीमेंट रजिस्टर नहीं करेगा. तो इसके लिए ऐसे जो कर रहे हैं स्वाति मैडम, ये बिल्कुल गलत है. यदि ऐसा बिल्डर करता है तो उनका नेम और शेम करना बहुत जरूरी है. सोशल मीडिया में डाल दीजिए ऐसे लोगों का, क्योंकि समाज का एक जो पेंडेमिक हुआ है उस टाइम में भी अनड्यू एडवांटेज लेना चाहते हैं, ये गलत है. तो अभी मनोहर अय्यर का सवाल है, कैन वी डू इट ऑनलाइन? यस, डेफिनेटली यू कैन डू दी नॉन एग्जीक्यूशन कंप्लेंट ऑनलाइन. अभी आपको मैं बताऊं, मारेरा का पूरा जो हियरिंग भी है 1 जुलाई 2020 से वो ऑनलाइन ही हुआ है, मतलब वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस से हो रहा है. वो भी सिस्को, जिस माध्यम से सिस्को वेबएक्स मीटिंग हम कर रहे हैं, उसी प्लेटफॉर्म में आपका जो डिस्कशन है मारेरा में हो रहा है. उधर आपको टाइम दिया जाएगा, लिंक दिया जाएगा, उस तरह से जितने भी आपका संबंधित लोग हैं वो हियरिंग में अटेंड कर सकते हैं. रजुला जोशी, उनका सवाल है, आफ्टर हाउ मेनी डेज एग्जीक्यूशन ऑप्शन इज एनेबल्ड ओवर मारेरा साइट? यस, अभी मुझे लगता है 60 दिन के बाद, क्योंकि नॉर्मली 60 डेज का पीरियड होता है. अभी नॉन एग्जीक्यूशन का जो है 30 दिन के बाद ही वो एक्टिवेट करते हैं. पहला 60 दिन के ऊपर करते हैं, अभी 30 दिन के अंदर करते हैं. आप जैसे ही आपका टाइम पीरियड खत्म होता है, मान लीजिए मारेरा ने बताया 30 दिन के अंदर एग्रीमेंट करना चाहिए, नहीं किया, मतलब पीरियड हो गया, उसके बाद आप नॉन एग्जीक्यूशन का डाल सकते हो. नेक्स्ट सवाल है जय चंद्रन का, रिकंसिलिएशन एप्लीकेशन फेल्ड, इन सच ए केस इज नॉट द burden duty of the RERA to inform the allotee that builder has not responded. Here the allotee was waiting for more than 1 year. जय चंद्रन, मुझे लगता है कि रेरा का ईमेल आता है कि आफ्टर 30 डेज बिल्डर हैज नॉट रिस्पॉन्डेड, इसके लिए रिकंसिलिएशन हैज फेल्ड, ऐसे ईमेल आता है. तो शायद जो अलॉटी ने ये सवाल किया था वो उन्होंने बताया कि दे वेंट टू मारेरा, मेड ए फॉर्मल कंप्लेंट. The reason is that they must have received a response. A automatic response है that after 30 days or 45 days, whatever is the time frame, if there is no acceptance of the reconciliation, they get an automatic email saying that the other party has not given the consent, so reconciliation has failed. तो आ जाता है. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Then one more question. I am not aware who is that person. But I have a question. If the builder is not ready to show the blueprint or site plan, how to get it? Whoever has asked the question, let me tell you that the Supreme Court of India, the highest court of India, has directed every builder to put up the approved plan at the site, blueprint site plant at the site. That means everybody has to, approved plan has to be put on the site as well as in the sales office. Similarly, Maharera also has come out with the notification in response to the Supreme Court judgment directing every builder to put up the approved plan on the site. In case if they are not doing it, in that case, you can simply send a simple email to the, Maharera. And based on that email, Maharera can also take up the suo motu complaint. So this type of complaint can be addressed to RERA secretary. RERA secretary can call for the suo motu complaint. It can be converted into suo motu complaint and compel the builder to do that. If the work is not done by the builder, is applicable to ask maintenance from the allotee. So the second question is, In case the builder has not completed all the work, whether he is entitled to ask the maintenance. If you are staying in the building, naturally there are so many expenses which are going to be incurred. Naturally, according to me, you will have to pay those maintenance charges. You cannot say that you will not pay that. Now, how many? That is Rajula Joshi. After how many days execution option is enabled over Marera side? I think I have told you it is after 60 days it's being enabled. And next question is, or whether complainant needs to send email to the Marera member about non-compliance order. There is no need of email. It is the execution button. Only through the complaint login, only you will be able to file a non-execution complaint. Otherwise, you cannot. Now, if the next question is by Harish. If earlier developer has received part payment against the sales, but completed part project, but not to extent amount received in such a situation after new developer is appointed, how does the recovery amount from the earlier developer takes place? Kindly guide. See, I am able to understand what you are saying. Builder has completed 30% work and he has received, let us say, 60% of the amount. And he has not completed the project, he has done halfway. Now the purchaser come together, appoint a new developer, or the old developer appoints the new developer. In that case, new developer will receive the balance amount from the customer, and if there are any sales to be effected, unsold flat that he will sell, he will recover his money. Now any money that you have paid to the old builder, it becomes very difficult to recover, and in case you want to recover, you have to file a separate case. How, and that case naturally will take its own time. Marera may be able to help you, may not be able to help you, but in the appellate tribunal and high court you may get the relief. But it is a long run process. It is not easy to recover the money. Once the new developer is appointed, it becomes the responsibility of the new developer to complete the new house by receiving the balance amount. So it becomes the contract between the new developer and the old builder to settle how to take care of the excess money paid. Just to give you, as I was saying, the old builder has taken 60%. Now when the new builder has come in, that means there is an agreement between the old builder and new builder. And if that agreement has taken place, then internally they have decided how to recover the money or not to recover the money. So therefore, you as an allottee do not have any say in that matter. So this is the only thing I can tell you. Can we approach if the builder is not refunding the booking amount? Yogesh Agarwal's question. Reena madam, question to you. Are you there, Reena? Okay, Amit Kedia can answer this. Amit Kedia, welcome to you. Amit, are you there? Amit Kedia? Amit Kedia, can you unmute yourself? Okay, Reena also can answer it. Reena, can you approach if the builder is not refunding the booking amount? The condition maintained in the draft agreement given by the builder is one-sided. So the booking is cancelled by the customer. Can we approach the builder? Yeah.
Sir, can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yogesh Agarwal.
Sir, the builder has given the draft agreement, but sir, that draft agreement has a one-sided condition.
Correct.
So customer is not satisfied with the agreement, and builder is not want to change the agreement. So he want to back out with the booking.
Correct.
And booking, the builder is not refunding the booking amount in full amount. So can be done.
In that case, you have to approach RERA only, because if you are not able to enter into an agreement because the terms and condition of the agreement is not acceptable to you, which means the 100% money which has been paid has to be refunded. So
if the builder is delaying that or something, then we can approach Maharera, right?
absolutely correct. You can approach Maharera.
Okay, that is. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I think we have answered your question. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Welcome, Amit Kedia ji. Amit Kedia ji,
Good morning.
you are from Jaipur and you are the national president of RERA India Education and Resource Federation. Now we want to understand from you.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, sir.
Rajasthan RERA, what type of reconciliation forum is created and how the reconciliation forum is functioning in Rajasthan?
Yes, sir. So, sir, as told by Rajesh ji, that UP RERA had taken thoughts from Maharera, and that is what has been done by Rajasthan RERA also very recently. They have taken thoughts from Maharera and UP RERA and just recently constituted a reconciliation forum in Rajasthan. The basic idea behind the chairman, sir, under whose leadership this reconciliation forum was made, was that earlier there was an panchayat which used to be there in every village. So that is what an opportunity which needed to be given to each and every aggrieved person, maybe the developer or the agent or the allottees. So after giving those opportunities in-house, the reconciliation forum over here in Rajasthan has been considered as an in-house forum only, where in a closed room disputes could be resolved without going to the forum of courts. So in-house in form of reconciliation forum, if the things get resolved, nothing best than that. For that, the chairman sir have given opportunity to all the federations, all the RWAs which are there, in which they have called upon 5 names from each and every federation or RWA, in which Korwar, Rajasthan is there, Kredai is there, Rada is there. So from them, almost 25-30 people have been requested to come on board from the developer and the RWA side. Recently, just 2 days before, the authority had published a list for the allottees and for the developers, asking them, requesting them to come to the reconciliation forum and putting their views on the reconciliation forum, and that could be kick-started in another 10 to 15 days. So that development have been done Rajasthan. The most beautiful thing which have been done is payment of fees and the of adopting. So what have been done is, prima facie, a person as normally as he files a complaint need to file the complaint, after which he or she can understand that whether they want to go through the reconciliation forum or they directly want to go to the reconciliation forum or want to go to the court of law. In the same fee, after if reconciliation, then the person complains to the authorities forum. This would undoubtedly, as there was a question also, like since 1 year the complaint is there at the reconciliation forum and it is need to go that is a authority. So it's a new start from Rajasthan RERA, and the fruits would start coming 15 days to 1. That was all from my side of Rajasthan point of view. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. There is a question from Rajiv Bansal. to be answered by Amit Kedia only. Sir, I purchased flat in 2010, paid 95% of the amount whenever demanded. Now I want to approach UP RERA, but staff of Supertech handover buyer's agreement to me in 2010 for sign and asked to collect within 10 days from me. But unfortunately, staff left the job and BBA, that is a buyer's builder's agreement. Buyer's agreement is with me without sign of the builder. But I always paid the amount on demand. My question is, can I contact RERA for refund of my amount with interest due to delay in delivery of the flats? And for the no hope of offer position at least for next 2 to 3 years. So one is
Sir.
agreement is not signed. Yeah, go ahead.
So, sir, what have been understood is in 2017 the project had got registered, and till date the project had not been completed. And back 2010 there was an agreement that might had suggested some date. So, irrespective of the buyer not being signed by both the parties, but there is a document which was there on the basis of which the 35% of the amount was given. There might be many communication between the developer and the allottee during these last 10 years. So taking all together the non-signed agreement and the evidences from last 10 years, the communication, taking all that basis, he can approach UP RERA for either his refund, or if you want to continue, then the terms which need to be followed by the developer moving forward.
Rajesh Madani is there. Rajesh ji, you are from UP RERA. So what is your guidance to him? Rajesh ji, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
मिस्टर अमित केडिया साहब जो कह रहे हैं बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हैं. वो सेक्शन 18 के अंदर वो यूपी रेरा को कॉन्टेक्ट कर सकता है. ये दोनों ऑप्शन है. वो चाहे तो प्रोजेक्ट में रह सकता है और डिले पेनल्टी की डिले इंटरेस्ट की मांग कर सकता है, या चाहे तो अपना पूरा इन्वेस्टमेंट विद प्रेस्क्राइब्ड इंटरेस्ट दैट इज MCLR प्लस 1%, और यूपी इट इज MCLR प्लस 1%. उसके साथ वो अपना पूरा इंटायर मनी वापस ले सकता है.
संजीव बंसाल, आपको कुछ बोलना है उसके बारे में? संजीव जी, आर यू देयर? संजीव बंसाल, या प्लीज गो अहेड. संजीव बंसाल, आपका सवाल का जवाब मिल गया? ओके. दूसरा सवाल है अमित केडिया. What happens if the builder goes for the appeal against the MARERA order which is not complied? How much % of the deposit need to be made while filing the complaint or appeal?
Sir, I think so. Answer to this would be better from your end, sir. If you can.
So, yeah. If the if he is going to file an appeal, naturally, as per section 43 proviso to section 43(5), the promoter need to deposit minimum 30% of the amount appellate tribunal, 30 or 40%, 50%, as may be decided by the appellate tribunal. Normally it is not less than 30% to be deposited in the appellate tribunal before the appeal is being admitted. So therefore the builder can always go in the appeal, and that appeal has to be filed within 60 days from the date of filing the appeal. In case if he is not filing within 60 days, then he has to file a condonation of delay, and even to hear the condonation, once the condonation of delay is heard, everything is done, and thereafter he may be asked to pay the amount. So this way, even after the 60 days, one can file the appeal. The execution of the order is kept on hold. Rajula Joshi, yes, you are right. In Maharashtra, right now, in case of execution of any of the order, that has to be going and approved by the MARERA chairman. The member or the adjudicating officer, they themselves are not in a position, as per the order of the chairman, they cannot execute the order themselves. It has to be referred to the MARERA chairman, and only after the chairman approves it, it will go. However, MARERA chairman, looking at the conditions of the economy and looking at the status of the builder, he is not approving the execution order. So that is been kept hold for the time being. And if you are really aggrieved of that type of situation, then I think you have to file a writ petition before the Honorable High Court for the arbitrary provisions and the arbitrary decision taken by the regulatory authority. Rajula Joshi, this is the redevelopment project where the position is not given after obtaining the occupation certificate. Okay. See, once the occupation certificate is given, naturally the position has to be given. If that is not given, if you are a new buyer, you can approach to the MARERA, and if you are an old buyer, naturally you can approach the police station because it is a criminal offense. And High Court, Honorable High Court has already laid a law that if the rent and the flats are not given to the existing flat owners, it becomes a criminal offense going against their own development agreement, and an FIR can be lodged, and that is the easiest way to get the builders arrested or get the possession of the flat. Then Bhavesh Haribai Savalia, his question is, can a builder separate two buildings registered under one RERA number in two separate RERA number? Answer is yes, it is possible. You have to show that one project is completed, one building is completed. You want to register a separate building in a number, that is possible. Absolutely, there is no problem. It can be done. The next question is Abhijit Bajekar. Sir, OC is outstanding for our housing society. We applied to BMC to grant the OC to us. Is due to the incomplete documents from the builder. Several follow-up with the builder has not yielded result. Can we relieve from the reconciliation forum? You will not be able to go to the reconciliation forum, but definitely you can file a complaint with RERA. RERA will be in a position to, call the competent authority, get the inquiry done, and pass the appropriate order. So you can file a complaint with MARERA. Absolutely, there is no problem. Even if you are having any issues with the competent authorities, you can file the complaint before RERA. Any other feedback, Amit, on this?
Yes, sir. So that is absolutely complete, sir. That
okay.
is like the most.
Yogesh Agarwal, other question. This I think you can answer, Amit. The
Yes, sir.
conditions mentioned in the draft agreement given by the builder is one-sided. So booking is cancelled by the customer. Can we approach the MARERA if the builder is not refunding the amount?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
I already answered. Yeah.
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 Yes,
Go ahead.
So,
It is
sir,
copied actually.
so basically,
Yeah. Go ahead, Amit.
yeah. So basically, sir, there is a set format which have been published by the respective RERA. These are published by the Act itself, and the rules have given powers to amend those agreement to sell, which have been done by the respective authorities. It have been very well and very categorically told that there need not to be any dilution of whatsoever have been put in place in the agreement to sell, which have been given as a draft agreement to sell by the respective authorities. If any of the dilution have been done at MARERA, what is happening is the developer, the applicant, puts in the application, and the application is being completed. The approvals have been done without any scrutiny. But there is a disclaimer clause which has been given that any given point of time, if there is any dilution at any point of time, or there is a misrepresentation of the facts, then it's the whole liability of the developer. The same case, in this case, it goes very well that the agreement to sell have been diluted, which have been published by the respective honorable authority. So the consequences need to be borne by the developer. In this given case, as the agreement to sell have been diluted, the original agreement which have which have been given as a draft agreement stands valid, and the allottee can claim according to it. In some other authorities, there are submission of physical documentation also. Like in Maharashtra, it is absolutely online. In some authorities, there is physical submission also. In those physical submissions, sir, it has been taken care that all draft agreement to sell, which have been put it in place at the time of registration by the developer, are getting scrutinized. And if there are any bugs in those agreements, then those bugs are being rectified, and then only the project gets registered. Net,
Yeah.
whatever
Fine.
mistakes the developer have done in the agreement, it is from the developer end, and the allottee would going to get the full privilege of the mistakes done by the developer, and he is entitled for his refunds as per the agreement.
Yeah. There is another question. Builder took 5% GST at the time of booking the shop. Now he is asking 12%. As he says, his total commercial ratio is more than 15% as per RERA. What is the solution? Now he is demanding 12% as against 5% which he had earlier said.
So basically, sir, GST, there are 3 slabs after 1st April 2019, which is 1%, 5%, and 12%. If it is a new project, and if it is an old project, then the developer have to choose like whether he wants to go in 5% or 1%. For the commercial, 12% is always there.
Okay.
Now, in every agreement, it has been put in place that the taxes are as per actuals. So what we need to see here is RERA Act is not to be seen here. What is seen is the GST Act. Whether in GST Act, whatever area, and if he qualifies in commercials, then he have to pay the taxes as per commercial area, which is 12%. As it has been said that it is more than 15%, we just need to check, is it true? If it is true and he is charging as in commercial area, and he's depositing as in commercial area, the developer is absolutely correct asking and ceding 12% as a GST on the commercial area.
Anil
Only
Patil
the
has a
backgrounds
question.
of the facts need to be checked.
Okay. Anil Patil has a question. Project with 50% RCC work is completed and the project is stalled for the last 10 years. Builder has not registered the project. What is the remedy to get the project started?
So, sir, in this, the simplest way is to prima facie create a society for themselves. After they create a society, they should approach the respective authority and request that authority to give a show cause notice to the developer and ask the developer to get the project registered.
Okay, Anil
If the
Patil, are you there? Anil Patil? हाँ, आपका सवाल क्या है? जरा आप सवाल पर बताएंगे?
See, it's a redevelopment project, and some of the flats, most of the flats are sold by the developer, and now the project is stalled.
Okay.
Since last 10 years, nothing is been done. Most of the flats buyers have paid the amount to the extent of 85 to 90% of the agreement value.
Correct.
And now the builder is not doing, it's not registered with RERA also. So what can be done now?
Anil Patil, are you new buyer or you are an old buyer?
I'm a new buyer.
You are a new buyer.
Yeah.
Now, there is a judgment of Goregaon Pearls Co-operating Society passed by the Honorable High Court.
Yeah.
In such a situation, when the project is stalled, the existing society can terminate the agreement of the builder. And once the agreement is terminated by the builder, the existing society can appoint a new developer, or on the self redevelopment they can go ahead and complete the project. As far as new purchaser like you are concerned, you will have to file a civil court case against the builder to recover your money. So there is no other option. Yes, Anil Patil, tell me. उनको unmute करो.
Owner himself. There is no society. It is redevelopment under section 33(7). Society is not formed. Yes.
Okay. In that case, what you can do is, all of you can come together, as Amit Kedi has rightly pointed out. You form an association, then go to the Honorable High Court and ask for the completion of the project. Your remedy lies with the Honorable High Court only. You have to come together. The existing tenants and the new tenants, new purchasers should come together, form an association and approach the High Court. Okay. Yeah, Anil Kalgi had some question. Anil Kalgi, are you there? Anil Kalgi?
Sir, can I ask another question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, GST, 750 square feet flat is purchased and GST is paid at the rate of 12%. Now additional area, it was a 2-bedroom flat, and now additional area is purchased from the same, but now GST is reduced to 5%. So whatever 12% is paid can be adjusted or not.
No, that cannot. Once you have paid 12%, that will go to the government as per the prevailing provision. And now if it is reduced 5%, it will be 5%. So you cannot ask for the setback, set off.
Okay.
Anil Kalgi, you had a question. Anil Kalgi? Yeah. Anil Kalgi?
Hello, I'm on the line. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
My first query was regarding the association of allottees taking over the project.
Yeah.
Now the builder has collected already the huge amount of money from all the proposed apartment buyers.
Correct.
Now if the people go and put a proposal that the association wants to take over, what happens to the money collected by the builder, number one? And if they take it and if there is no guarantee of getting money in any manner, because that becomes another civil and a criminal procedure otherwise, is it not like Bail Mujhe Maar status for the apartment association of
Okay. Mr. Kalgi, you have raised a very valid question. Now I will ask you, you have already paid 90% and only 10% is payable, and builder has completed only 20 to 30% work. He has siphoned your money. Now the question is whether you want to have your home or not. In case you want to have the home, at least there is a land which is costing nearly 50% of the entire costing. So because of the land and the approval which is already in place, more than 50% work is already available. Now your chance would be at least put another 50%. That means you are putting 30 to 40% more than what you are required to put, and you are completing the project. Once you do that, now simultaneously you can go against the existing builder and pursue on the civil court to recover the money, or maybe file a criminal case against him for siphoning your money. Now if you really think Mail Mujhe Maar, what is there Mail Mujhe Maar? Otherwise you forget about your 90% money paid, because the project is not going to get completed.
RERA can also able to act on such a situation directly, no?
Sir, RERA can do so many things, but RERA is not doing. What is to be done? RERA today says, if I have got more than 5,000 projects stalled, it is not my problem to get I am an authority, no doubt. I can facilitate, but I am not there to go and do the work. It is the flat purchaser who are in trouble. Now let me tell you, in Maharashtra, more than 5,000 projects are stalled. Now people are on the road. They are not getting the rent. New purchasers have paid more than 90%, and nothing is moving. The builder has raised the hand. He has gone 5 times in the jail and he has come out, but nothing is happening. What is to be done by the flat purchaser? Now tell me, Anil, I go to RERA. RERA says, who will take the approval, who will complete, who will do it? We have to call for the new builder, and the new builder is not coming because he is not interested in putting the hand in those type of things. Now, the flat purchaser should come together, understand the issues involved, and then they have to work out the methodology, then go to RERA and take over the project. I will give you 4 examples which we did in RERA. The first and foremost example, you will be surprised to know that Mehul Choksi project, which was stalled when the EDs and the government of India are after them, and the Mehul Choksi is absconding from India. The project was stalled. More than 80% people, more than 80% money has already, only 60% work is done. Each flat is costing more than 2 crores rupees, 2.5 crores. Now people have paid 2.5 crores. Now they are not having the house. Now what is to be done? So they approached me. I said, let us form an association. We formed an association. We went to RERA. We took over project, and now the project is getting completed. People had to contribute additional money, and they are ready. And now, by putting another 10 to 15 lakh rupees extra, they are able to get 2.5 crores flat in their custody. Now you tell me, in the situation, if they have to be after Mehul Choksi, that never will happen. And RERA says, I am nobody to help you. I can only facilitate. And that is how RERA facilitated us. Similarly, we did about MADA project, we did SRA project, we did about one project which was stalled in Mira Road in the Honorable High Court with the dispute between the parties. So therefore, it is a proactive step which the flat purchaser has to take. If they are able to take a proactive step, the things can happen. Otherwise, it is really difficult. So in the given situation, MahaRERA. Yes, Anil.
Yeah, absolutely. I admit what you are telling, and we are also in Karnataka. We are acting in proactive manner. Many a time, unlike in Maharashtra, where immediately you form a juristic person of the apartment association of allottees, such a situation in Karnataka we are not finding. It is a secondary subject for me. But only many a times my consideration only goes is that why the authorities cannot able to enforce and see that they prosecute the builder, and in the meantime give the offer to the association of allottees to complete the project on their own is my question. That's it. Other than that, nothing is there. I admit what you say is I am in line with you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
And we from
today MahaRERA.
We are acting in that.
That's today Real Estate Regulatory Authority is working on it. You may be aware, Supreme Court has taken a burden of completing Unitech and Amarpali projects. Now, even after Supreme Court taking in their hand, the projects are taking its own time. Now, the Supreme Court had to come and tell the Swami Fund that release 500 crore. So that means the highest court of the land, the government, everybody has failed. The authorities have failed. Everybody has failed. The Supreme Court had to intervene. So RERA does not have the extra constitutional jurisdiction like Supreme Court. So therefore, things are going to be little difficult till the things get settled. So it is in the interest of the customer that they should come together, work out some methodology, and take over the project so that their loss is reduced. Instead of getting 100% loss and for recovering the old money, they should file a separate case and go ahead. Yes, sir. Who is this? Anybody else wants to ask the question? Otherwise, we will conclude. Anand Gupta ji and Mohinder.
Sir, a question to Anand Gupta ji, Mohinder ji, and you, sir, all three, which is like in the chat box only, but it is relevant to all three of you. What is happening is RERA is there in place. The developer is there in place. He wants to do his work. And the allottee is there who is willing to take his allotment and willing to stay in his dream home. But in middle, there are many sanctions which need to be taken from various corporations and various authorities. And because of their delay, both the developer and allottee get suffered, and they reaches to the RERA authority. So what is need to be done at the corporation level? What need to be done at the developer level so that these type of delay, which is from a single party and which is hurting all these three parties, Maybe the developer, maybe the allotee, maybe the authority themselves.
Yeah, Gupta ji, go ahead.
Sir, I had another query. Can I come online?
This is a problem. Our lawmakers sitting at parliament, they in a too much over enthusiasm, just to show that they are doing too much good for consumer, they pass the act without realizing the ground realities. See, none of the, if they really wanted to serve the system, serve the customer and help the industry, they should have made all these approving authorities under the RERA. Then probably RERA authorities order could have been implemented in a much better way than what it is happening today. See, today, at least in to our expectation, but still there is a there. But in the other part of the country, if you just see any town which is having a population below 1 lakh, everything is left to God. Who is approving, when he is approving, who is constructing, and then suddenly one day court order comes, and then everybody asks to demolish those buildings, and so many things are happening. So this approving authority first must be brought under this RERA. Then things can improve. Otherwise, these things will continue.
I think you are right. Let me go to the next question. Agreement was signed for floor. Flat was allotted. Neither stamped registered. It is by check. Builder delayed the project on different grounds. And when the restarted the construction in 2011, denied that he had signed the agreement. He sold the flat to another buyer. We have chased for a long. Finally, we filed the case against the builder, who was arrested, released on bail in court. 3 years ago, no progress so far. Project completed in 2015 and handed over to the buyers. It does not fall under RERA. Any alternative to the court case? Thanks for taking up the query. Ajay Gupta. Ajay Gupta ji, you have no other recourse but to go to the court only, because anything related to prior to RERA, you have to go to the court, and civil court is the remedy, or you can go to the consumer court, and there is no other option. Now the next question is of Bhavesh Haribai. At the time of considering 15% area, separate RERA number to be considered, and project as a whole having a different area number is to be considered. Now, according to me, 15% commercial area for one real estate project. So I think within that real estate project, he must be having more than 15% commercial area. Therefore, there is no separate registration required. Whether there is any RERA approved agreement for redevelopment? No, there are no redevelopment agreement approved by RERA. Redevelopment agreement is always between the builder and between the the landowner or the society. So therefore, there is no guideline on given by RERA regarding redevelopment agreement. Whether there is any guideline for drafting individual tri-party agreement with the builder, the answer is no. Again, this is between the builder and the existing society members. So there is no guideline. Swati madam, our case is also similar to your instance of non-completion and pending conveyance deed. Can you share your number to be touch with you for some mutual guidance? Okay. So how much maximum period can be given to complete the of 1 or 2 buildings project by the builder? As per the Honorable High Court judgment, the building has to be completed within a period of 3 years. So that is the time frame given by the Honorable High Court. But one may decide to, at the time of RERA, one can decide that I need 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. But whatever time is given, and if the time is not given in the agreement for the position as per the Supreme Court, it is a 3 years time. With this, thank you very much. Now I request Amit Kedia to conclude the session. Thank you very much. Amit?
Thank you all the participants to be part of this session today. We thank the Builder Association of India, Mahaseva, to come and join hands and to be part of this beautiful session held today. With today's session, we got to understand how the reconciliation forums are working across country in different states, maybe at Maharashtra, maybe at UP, maybe at Rajasthan. Moving forward, we would be understanding more how this reconciliation forum could be benefited to not even to the allottees, to the developers also, who themselves are also facing many issues with some of their allottees where the payments are not being delivered, not being given on time, and there are complications which do gets created because of the associations also. So with that, please stay connected, and we look forward to see you in our next session. Thank you very much. Thank you all of you.
Thank you all of you. We end this session.